Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace. In my last video on the Peak Design capture clip versus the F38 capture clip, I mentioned that I got a new camera bag and that I love it. Like I'm very, very impressed with this camera bag. And a shocking amount of you said, well, we want to hear your thoughts on it and what all do you got inside of it. So that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to talk about this bag right here, the Wandrd Prvke, and everything that I jammed inside of it. This right here is the 21 liter Wandrd Prvke. I got this at the Sony camera camp last month that I got to go to, which was amazing, by the way. Like a lot of really cool creators that were there. I got to talk to and chat with them. It was awesome, and we all got this bag. So if you see this bag on some other creators' backs, that is why. And we were given this bag, so thank you, Sony, for giving me this bag, but there are some things that I would have chosen differently had I purchased this bag. Stick around and I will tell you all about them as we kind of go through the bag itself. First up, we'll hit on the exterior of the bag and then we will dive inside. This right here is their multi-cam black. This is a limited edition colorway, but it's also like, it's a different material. Like this is more of like a canvas material on the outside. This is supposedly weather resistant as well, but it doesn't feel as weather resistant because again, it's like more of a canvas material, whereas the normal colorways are like kind of rubbery. People that know what I'm talking about. How would you describe the feeling of a normal Prvke? But it's like not rubber, but kind of like rubber. Okay, up to the top here, you'll notice this is a roll top bag with these kind of tote handles that are magnetically attached. So they do stay together, and then when you want to get it open, you just kind of pull them apart. You've got this big old latchy bit here that goes through this webbing and then the roll top. So to get to the roll top, it is a few steps, but it's a big roll top. It adds 5 extra liters to this bag. So this 21 liter bag now becomes 26 liters because you could just close it like to that very top bit, and that right there is 5 extra liters. Down to the front here, this whole front panel is a pocket, which I really like. Good zippers. We'll talk more about the zippers in a minute here. Then over to this side here is the water bottle / tripod pocket. Has a nice big clip up top for the tripod, and then just kind of pop it out. On the water bottle pocket, or on the tripod / water bottle pocket, has a zipper here. You zip that down, and now this whole thing expands, and then you can fit a big water bottle in there. Nice that it's expandable, that it can come out from the bag, but then when you do want it more trim, you zip that up, and now it doesn't kind of flop around anywhere. Then around to the other side here, we do not have a second water bottle pocket, which I kind of wish we did, so I could have a tripod on one side and a water bottle pocket on the other side. They went for the quick access. You have your backpack on your back still. You just take one arm off, you sling it around like this, and then boom, I can access my camera gear, grab my camera out, be ready to shoot, put it back away without ever putting my backpack on the ground. And I used to use that a lot, but I don't know, I stopped using it at some point, and now when I have this on my bag, I'm like, I don't know, I have like a wasted side here. I am using this flap though, because inside this flap here, if you can see that, check that out. There's 3 spots where I can fit my batteries, and that will be where I keep my batteries. So I will be able to quickly access my batteries out the side bit here, but I won't use this to actually get my camera inside. And then above that, I do have a strap up here, and I do not know what it is for. If any of you have this bag, or you just know this bag really well, tell me what this strap is supposed to be for, because there's not a water bottle pocket here that you would be putting like a long thing here. I don't know, do you like hang a jacket on that? Like maybe just, I don't know why this strap is here. Somebody tell me if you know. But right behind that strap here is something that they call the key garage, which I do appreciate that they've given me a spot where every single time I put my keys away, they go in the same pocket. I am guilty of putting my keys in like random pockets in my bag. We go on a trip, we come home like a week later, and I'm like, uh-oh, where to put my keys? Then around to the back panel here, this padding that they put on this bag is like, it is like deep, can you see like the depth and the girth of these padded bits? Like this is thick padding, very, very comfortable. and like a lot of like, you know, air channel breathability going through there. And from the first version to the second version of the Provoke, this is one of the big changes, was really making this super plush and then updating the shoulder straps to make them very plush. We also got these little webby bits on here if you wanna attach anything on there. And then I have my Peak Design capture clip on the right strap now. It used to be a left strapper, and now I'm a right strapper. And then they've got a really good sternum strap system. I like sternum straps, but I don't like clippy bits, which I think that might have been what was on the first version of this bag. But now it's like this bit where it, like, you pull this off and it just kind of like clicks into this rail system that's on there. So that can slide up and down, but if you pull it this way, it won't come off, so you don't have to worry about that. When you are ready to take it off, you could take off both sides if you wanted to. Next up is one of my favorite features on this bag, and that is back here, the hidden passport pocket. Can you see it? Do you know where this hidden pocket is? It's very hidden with a luggage pass-through strap. So they added this strap on there so that you could put this on top of like a rolling luggage bag. But if you can see, what they hid underneath it is they hid a hidden zipper. It is a bit tricky to like get under the strap and pull this zipper all the way across, but that is kind of the concept, because the idea would be that this is where you would hide things like your passport, maybe some extra cash, maybe your flight ticket, whatever things that are flat, documents, money, passports that you wanna hide from people. You pop it in here, you zip this thing across, and even if your bag was just like laying there, like no one's gonna even see that there's a zipper, and it's this entire like bottom panel. This whole bottom bit is a giant pocket. Then the very last bit on this bag, open those tote handles, and right here on the top bit here, going across here, is a fleece lined pocket where I've got some sunglasses, and that's where I'm keeping my lens cloth. So nice little spot up there. I think that is everything on the exterior of this bag. Really, really well designed. Let's get into the inside. And first we're gonna talk about these zippers. As well as one change that I would have chosen differently on this bag than the version that Sony gave us. Before I do though, let me tell you guys about the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. Squarespace is your all-in-one website building platform that I have used for the past decade. From starting my website with one of their professionally designed templates, to customizing my website with their super easy to use drag and drop system, to being able to keep my website updated even from the app. There's a Squarespace app. I can go on my app from my phone and make changes to my website if I'm like, oh my gosh, I mistyped something, boop, 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 on the phone. Website's updated. Pretty much everything for my website has been done through Squarespace. Even buying my domain, I got my domain through Squarespace, and then I got my Google work email through Squarespace, so I can have a professional email. Again, all done through Squarespace. And because I was able to do that all through Squarespace, there's a lot that I don't have to worry about. Like, I was able to just kind of build my website out and then let it ride. Go in there and make edits when I want to, update it when I want to, but otherwise knowing it's good to go. And I could focus on my photography business. Whether you are looking to launch a side project or take your business to the next level with a really impressive looking website, shoot over squarespace.com and sign up totally for free. Go in there on a free trial, grab one of their templates, start building it out with their easy drag and drop system. If you can upload photos from folders on your computer, you can build a professional website through Squarespace. And then when you're ready to go live, use code David Manning for 10% off at checkout. Save a few bucks in the process of getting a beautiful new website. Thank you again, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, the zippers on the Wandrd Prvke. Now, this is one of the biggest things that you deal with camera bags, is getting in and out of your camera bag. How do the zippers feel? One, they're very easy to use. Like, they're not like, like you don't have to like crank on these zippers, but they are that like super, see how they're totally weatherproof zippers, but this arch, I think it's like the radius of the arch, they curved it enough to where there's nothing, like it doesn't grab or any. I will show you something at the bottom of it in a second here, but the top, like when you're trying to open this bag, it is super easy to use these zippers. I do like that, and I like that they went for those like U-shaped pulls and not just like a normal zipper pull, because this one yeah, you just like, I don't know, it's easy to grab, easy to open. First off, we'll check out this back panel bit here. This is also different from the Provoke 1 to the 2. This was a big change that they made. Up top here, we have a laptop slot. This 21 liter fits up to a 15-inch laptop. The 16-inch, I put it in here. It does fit, like you can get it in here. It's tight.
That guy in a little coat. Bad guy in a little coat.
They even say that on their website. Like, it can, but like, it's not made for the 16-inch. And then this front pocket here, the tablet sleeve, is made for up to the 12.9-inch iPad. I have the 11-inch, so it's no big deal for me. In these little pockets up top here, there's some good little storage ones. I've got some earplugs in this one over here and some Band-Aids. Like, you never know. You never know when you're out somewhere and you're like, I need a Band-Aid like right now. Band-Aids and earplugs, great for travel, great for concerts. Then over to this side over here, another little pocket. I've got some stickers in there, the little channel stickers, and an extra one of those F38/PD plates. So I can just, if I have another camera, or I'm testing a camera, or I just forgot the plate from my camera, I always have an extra right up top in here, and then also some AAA batteries for something that I keep down below. This next pocket right here, I've got a bunch of GoPro batteries in here. This is just an easy place to keep small, lightweight batteries. Into the actual bag itself, it is so tightly packed into this 21 liter that I could totally just do this and nothing will fall out. So you can see, like, on the Provoke system, how this setup is laid out is there's kind of a lower area and an upper area. It's divided into two, and they use a camera cube system. So this bag is killer for photography, which is how I'm gonna use it, photo, video. But you can take this camera cube out of here and just use this bag as like an everyday bag, like just a backpack that you can keep your laptop in here, throw some clothes in here, whatever, some headphones up top, whatever you wanna put in here. You can use this not just as a photo bag. I'll show you how this camera cube comes out of here in a minute. In here, I've got the Sony a7 IV. Usually it's the a7S III with 16 to 35 f2.8, but just to show you guys how things fit, this is the a7 IV with 16 to 35 f4. Next to that, I have the 24 to 70 G Mastered lens. This is one of my favorite lenses to shoot pretty much anything with now. I used to be a real prime lens snob, and then I started shooting more and more with this thing, and I went, why am I wasting my time changing lenses so often when this can do so much with one lens? Right up top from that, I have the Insta360 X3 and GoPro kind of in one slot here, and then right next to that, I have the DJI wireless mic system, and that is it for the camera cube section. Now, this whole bag setup, the camera cube, they have multiple sizes camera cube. This is like their essentials size, which is the smallest size. It only takes up this bottom bit. They also make a pro size that takes up the entire area, but it goes underneath. Let me show you this top section first. This top area is zippered, like it's a zippered flap to get in there, but check this out. They did something pretty clever if you are in a rush to get it open. They give you like a little pull tab right here, a little pull tab right underneath it. You just grab those and you can rip that pocket open. I don't know why that's so fun, but like, that was a really clever bit. Like, they designed it and they went, you know, if you just put a tab there, you just pull it open and it would just open. So this top bit here, I currently in there have the Rode VideoMic NTG, which I switched to from the VideoMic Pro Plus. I've used the VideoMic Pro Plus for a long time, but I finally switched to this because of the dial on the back. I can adjust my gain just from this dial on the back. So if I'm filming something, I look at my levels and I'm like, oh, they're too loud or too quiet, I can just kind of reach back and grab this thing and crank them up or dial them down. And it charges via USB-C, which VideoMic Pro Plus, still on that micro USB-C life. What the heck? Then also up top here, I have my kind of new tech pouch that I'm using. I'm using one of the GoPro boxes. Like when you buy a GoPro, you get this kind of carry case. And I've just kind of put everything in there that I keep with me. It's a much simpler version of a tech pouch. Like, I've had tech pouches with a bunch of different dividers in there, and then you're looking for something and you're like, which little pocket did I put it in? I can't find this. With this, it's like one big open pouch. I just flip it open. I can really quickly be like, oh, boom, there's my reader, There's another plate thing. Oh, here's my small rig tool that I use for everything. Like, it's just easier to get to everything because it's all just a very open box. And then, yeah, close it up and it just slots really nicely into this kind of upper compartment. Pull that out of there. I've also got a microphone and lav setup in here, or a lav and a recorder setup. This is the Zoom F2 BT. Although if you buy this, I don't think you need the BT. I would have just gotten the Zoom F2. But this is an audio recorder, just a hip pack that you plug this lav into, and this will record 32-bit float audio, which, if you don't know what 32-bit float, I wish everything was 32-bit float, and I kind of don't know why it's not. Weird that like our cameras don't record 32-bit float internally when a recorder this tiny can record 32-bit float. Isn't that weird? And then lastly, up top, I have the Insta360 Flow because I've been using this a lot lately. I've been using my phone in particular a lot to film things lately, and having this be able to set up and then be able to walk around and it tracks me and it follows me around. Yeah, I've been using this more than I kind of thought that I originally would have used it. And I think that is, oh, I also have, see how the camera cube is down here and there's like a partition here? I jammed my SD card case in there because it just kind of looks like it has a slot for it. I was like, that's a good spot for SD cards. So I just put them in there. But that's everything I have in my bag. Let me show you real quick this whole like camera cube system, because again, this bottom piece is the camera cube, but they make different size camera cubes. With this little one strap on the bottom here, this little guy there, pull that open, unhook that, and this whole camera cube comes out. Now, the other nice thing I've seen people do with this is like they'll take this camera cube and like put it in a dry case when they're traveling, or take their camera gear, how it's organized exactly. Maybe you just want to take it out and like put it aside while you get somewhere and use this just more as a day pack. And then when you're ready to go back to kind of photo mode, you just kind of slide the camera cube back in there. I used to not be a fan of camera cubes, but recently I've been coming around. And then like I said too, there is a camera cube that takes up both the bottom and the top. And then this like shelf divider bit that's in there, the whole thing can lay flat like that. And now this whole compartment is open, except for this top. So even when you put like the full camera divider in here, you do that and you still have like this top flap section, but you could have like a lens that's this entire thing. Like you would fit really big gear when it's fully open like this. Or you could zip it up just like this, and then from the roll top, you would just have like a giant like duffel. Oh yeah, look at this. It's just a giant, it's like my whole arm's length duffel bag. You could just, just a giant duffel top to bottom. Lots of ways to use this bag. I'm very impressed with the Wandrd Prvke. Again, 21 liters, I would've gone for the 31 liter. I don't think 41 is necessary. I think that's too big, but the 31 seems like just right. And then again, I think I would've gone for the orange. And inside of the orange 31 liter, I think I would go for the Pro Plus one. That is the full camera cube that goes all the way up, because you always could take off like the top pieces and still use it just like this, but then you do have the option of putting more camera gear in there. Let me get this all put back together. And boom. Until I do pick up the 31 liter, I'm kind of liking having like a smaller kit, like a more minimal setup, having a smaller backpack that I'm running around with. I don't have like a giant bag, and yeah, I've got pretty much everything I need in here. Like the only thing I don't carry in this setup that I do carry with my bigger setups is a drone, but I really haven't been flying a drone very much lately. So for now, this is kind of a perfect setup for me. Not entirely perfect. Again, I want the bigger Prvke, but till then, this is my camera setup. And yeah, now Peak Design's on my right strap instead of my left. I don't know, I'll tell you more about that later. All right, I will see you guys soon. Let me know what you guys think of this bag down in the comments below. If you have it, let me know your experience with this bag. And if you don't have it or you have any questions, yeah, shoot them in the comments and I will get to them. See you guys. Mike. Mic check, mic check. What are you? Recording there, recording there. Mic check. Totally new microphone setup. I'm nervous. I feel like there's a very real possibility I get done with this and I don't have any audio. It looks like I got audio. Find out.